Hi, welcome to a new video dedicated to new raster from Eachine. In fact, this is the Eachine Bat QX105, even if this one comes with the FB90 box. Don't be wrong, this is the real new model and the specifications are really promising. First of all, this QX105, it's including an evolution of the SPF3 board, now including a built-in OSD and directly configurable through a beta flight. This board is nothing else than the recently reviewed IEO F3 board. So it's great with the same type and same size of compact brushed machine. Now you will have some OSD information display on your favorite FPV goggle. Second point, the Fear Sky version, because I received the Fear Sky version, have a fixed firmware now to outputting correctly through telemetry the RSSI and even also the battery voltage. So these two first features are just great, and that is not the only things you have with this QX105. You have some 10-20 chorus motors, so even bigger than the classic former model. Okay, so you will see them, and it should bring a lot of trust in theory if the weight added is not too much. So there will be a trade-off. We will see if they were right to upgrade the size of motors. What's news also, you have some configurable rear LEDs bar, like some former QX model, for example the QX90 or 95, sorry if I'm not wrong, and the OX100. What else? It's a 600 TVL IEO FPV camera, 25 milliwatts, classic for the FPV ring parts. Lot of things, and you have also a built-in battery. So a lot of things, including now. I feel they listen to some complaints about users, and they probably fill all the gaps with this model. So let's discover a little bit the content of the box. Okay, so let's open the box. The same as the FB90. Oh, first of all, here is the quadcopter. Look promising, and immediately you can notice the biggest colorless motors, but I will enter into the detail in a few instants about it. Let's discover a little bit the other elements. First of all, you have the a battery, the same battery than the other QX model. So it's a one cellular model, 600 milliamps powers, no discharge rate and no voltage protection. So exactly the same model, and the weight exactly 16 grams. Okay, you have two given. Okay, that's great. So I don't know where is the second one, somewhere. Okay, I will find it. The second one is here. That's great to provide always the spare batteries in the bundle. You have some props, so 8 in total, and 4 are white, 4 are blacks. That's great. So now you can play with the color to differentiate the front to the rear in lost flight. That's great. Thanks. They started to listen to some complaints. In USB charging cable, okay, classic, ending with the micro USB connector, or if you want to recharge this battery with your favorite charger, you have this parallel cable, allow to charge up to 2 in the same time. That's great. Velcro band to attach your battery bottom like this. You have to stick like this, and what you will find, a wrench tool to remove your props, and some 2 spare motors, one clockwise, one counterclockwise. Okay, the clockwise got wires red and blue, and the counterclockwise black and white. Okay, that's great. They give also some spare motors, so it's always good because cordless motors are known to don't have a long longevity. So after 30-40 flight, probably you will have to change one. So that's great, and it often happens on Sunday. So no instruction manual in the box, probably because it's still not the final packaging. Okay, so probably have the first sample. So let's have a look to the quadcopter. So it's a little bit heavy, a little bit more heavier than the QX90, for example. Let's give immediately the information about the weight. I will use this box for a star, okay, as a support, okay, and standalone without props. This machine weighs 54.6 grams. So if I had the props, okay, I will reach something like 56.3, okay, and have to add a lipo. Now I reach 72.3 grams, and don't forget your probably the Velcro band. I reach a total weight of 73.3 grams. Well, so it's clearly close to 18 grams more than the former model QX105, but this model now includes some stronger motors. So let's give a weight about this new type of motors. They are 10 by 20, so they are much more bigger than the 0820. Okay, so in diameter they are close to 20% more bigger, so like this, come in kind of black, and the weight of this is about 7.6 gram each motor. So and the 0820 are close to 5 grams, so around 25% more heavier. Okay, so a big question, if this 4 time by 22.3 gram of difference with the classic 0820 motors will bring a lot of extra punch. Okay, we will see in demo flight. But have a look now in close up to this machine. Wow, almost everything is in carbon. Okay, it seems to be robust, a little bit flexible. Let's give the thickness of this carbon structure. I have exactly 1 millimeters. Okay, 1 millimeters, yes, of thickness. Yes, maybe could be a little bit better, but to save some weight, there is no extra solution. So a basic tour. On the rear side, you have the same configurable LEDs. Okay, directly configurable through the Betaflight. Okay, and of course, since I say that there is a built-in USD and a Betaflight USD compatible, this firmware install is Betaflight. Okay, you have the last 3.01. Okay, not this 3.1. So probably now you want to update to the new version. It's still in release candidate at the time I'm speaking now. Okay, so the motors are well jaded by these plastic motor pods, and you can see you have an angle here for the probably to raise the ground clearance to the ground. Okay, that's great, and to have enough space to answer correctly the battery. Okay, to attach to the Velcro band, no problem. You will have probably 1 centimeter free as a ground clearance. Look at the camera. Is you have an angle, a positive angle, that's great, but I found that the red support camera holder have a free space in the AEO FPV camera. I've got some free room, and it probably I will have some vibration. So what I will do is probably to insert a piece of foam to lock to J correctly the M7 lens associated with the AEO camera. So all motors are connected to the flight control board thanks to connectors. That's great for motor maintenance. It will be super fast to change a new one. And on the right side you can find the micro USB port to configure Betaflight. Okay, both the flight control board and the built-in USD. That's great. On the left side, nothing special, but on top here, this is the built-in buzzer. So great. You will be able also to, for example, assign a switch of your favorite transmitter to this bother. Okay, that's great to find your lost model into high herbs, for example. So first glance, lot of positive points. No prop guards, and this part is a little bit maybe dangerous to fly indoors if you fly over some person. So I don't really like this picky stuff here, but it's to give the general design of the bat, I guess. Look on the left side, you can find this on the front right. Sorry, you have the tiny button for the bind button and the associated 2.4 GHz antenna. So maybe this antenna have to be localized a little bit better. But except that, I really like that. The bottom side, you have this white transparent stuff here. I don't know why. Maybe to is a part of the camera holder. I don't know why. And here you have the IEO F3 board. Okay. With the, for example, here, this is the, if I'm not wrong, this is the OSD. No, this is the main ARM core or the OSD chip. Laterally, 1, 2, 3, 4, you have the big FET transistor to support the 1020p motors amperage, okay, current. This board is unfortunately not compatible with 2S input voltage, so maybe the first drawback, I would say, but it's more associated with the IEO F3 board. Okay, that was my main concern when I reviewed this board. So you have this 25 milliwatt video transmitter IEO, and it's a classic one. The front button is to flips or mirror the video signal. Okay, you don't have to do it here, and if you long press on it, you will be able to select between NTNC and PAL standard. The bottom one is, if you briefly press on it, is to select one of the 8 frequency on the current band, and if you long press on it, if to select one of the 5 band, right band is obviously supported. That's great. Really, I'm enthusiastic by their specification and how this stuff is built. Really now, I hope this machine will bring a lot of trust, because it's more than 18 grams more heavier than the, for example, the QX105. So it's a lot, and it's close to more than 20% more. Okay, here is a binding procedure. So I remind that the bind button is localized on the front right. Instead to use the battery, I use this power bank, okay, USB power bank. You can find some smartphone. So I pre-insert the micro USB plug, because it will be enough to power the flight control board, the built-in receiver, and even the FPV camera. So it will be more easy to make the bind procedure, but you can do it with the LiPo. I will prepare a Model 5 here with my FierceSky compatible radio, here 7 modded with the CC2500 RF chip, and I will be able to be ready to be in the bind position. So as most FierceSky receiver in D8 mode, you have to press before to power the system the bind button. You can hear the click, then insert the battery, the power. Okay, if I can do it. Okay, and you have the LEDs green stay solid on front. Hope you can see, you just need to press bind. Okay, and if everything is okay, the green LEDs disappear on top. Okay, so now it means that it will be okay, it's bound. Let's check that. I will now power the machine and turn on the radio, and the green LEDs on front should stay solid. Okay, now it's okay. It's bound, no problem. I can harm maybe. Or maybe the Model 5, this scale, the mapping have to be done. Okay, some configurations through our beta flight. So now let's check that, all the default setting, etc., and probably adjust some settings, maybe some PID or some speed loop of the flight control board, as well as the LEDs, and maybe some channels, a segment, and scaling, and some time point. Let's go. Okay, so after this Betafly configuration, especially the OSD, I prefer to be in metrics. Okay, and I will show that both the OSD information as well the telemetry information are working well. So let's power the machine and okay, so you can guess the strong LEDs. I will harm the bound the transmitter. You have the solid line, is no problem, and I will power my FPV monitors. As you can see now, there is the information. Okay, I am in angle mode first, so if I play with the switch, you can see that now I am in horizon and now in acro with air mode. Okay, that's great. You have the remaining voltage there, so I have to recharge the flight time and the RSSI. That's great. So I have as well the artificial line is working fine. It's amazing. Well, so you can see also that when I'm turning left and right, you have some LEDs varying. Okay, the throttle as well. And good news, let's check the telemetry information on the telemetry informator. You can see that I've got the signal here, so I should read something similar, but it's not maybe clearly working with this version of Deviation TX. I get they solve this problem, but I can read some battery information here, some value in dBm. Okay, actually it's 48, and I've got on display on the OSD more 90. So there is a bias between, but it should work. So that's great. That's the information with a real PSK Tyrannus, the telemetry will work. Okay, it's just a question of Deviation TX implementation, hacking of the PSK protocol. So now let's have a look to the real demo. Okay, today is extremely windy, but I hope to be able to fly a little bit. But it sounds very promising. Okay, welcome to this quick test of the new Eachine QX105, the BAT, including OSD and PSK telemetry information. Install everything and let's check out in lost condition how strong are these new 1020 cordless brush motors. Okay, let's engage the fly. Okay, so strap thanks to the Velcro strap and the LiPo. Let's check out everything and turn on my FPV goggles. So I say to the E4 frame band and let's check that everything is okay. Yes, I've got the OSD information. I will record and let's that. Okay, it's more loud. Oh, it's the default settings are. You can hear some treble now. Punch out are not amazing, but it's better than the QX90 for sure. There are some wobbles in the descent, but it's flying well. Yes. Yes. Okay. Let's now check a little bit in FPV condition.